Good evening, this is the Financial Week. I'm Milton Walker. Manufacturers are calling on the government to make it clear to overseas investors that they can't just ignore local producers and get by. JMA President Metro Siaga says his members have faced strong opposition, especially when they try to engage Spanish hoteliers operating on the island. He was speaking at the latest RGR Group News Forum. Dashan Hendricks reports.
Investments flowing into the tourism sector, jobs being created and visitors in record numbers, spending at record levels. That's pretty much the story about Jamaica's economy in the last few years. But local manufacturers say they aren't getting nearly as much business as they could, though improvements have come with the Linkages Council. And so the president of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, JMA, Metro Siaga, wants the government to tell overseas investors that it's not okay to turn down business from local manufacturers without good reason.
You mentioned the Spanish hotels, and it has been a problem. That particular subsector has been a problem. And I think that it's been a fault of successive governments to not lay the law down at the very beginning.
The plea was similar to one made by Agriculture and Industry Minister Audley Shaw in his contribution to the sectoral debate on Tuesday.
And I want to use this opportunity to encourage overseas hotel chains operating in Jamaica to buy Jamaican and help build a genuine and sustainable partnership with our local productive sector.
For Mr. Siaga, though, investments in Jamaica should not just be about the capital injection, but they must bring long-term benefits.
We have to be less afraid of losing the investor and more concerned about what that investor is going to leave in our country at the end of the day.
He said other governments across the region have managed to get buy-in from international investors.
Adam Stewart, and he tells his story openly, so I feel comfortable in saying it. He said when his father and himself were opening a hotel in Trinidad, no less a person than the Prime Minister called him in and said, listen, in the room were 80 manufacturers. And he said, listen, now here are the manufacturers in our country. If you're not going to use them, you have to tell me why. And that is the level of commitment we need from our political directorate when we are bringing new hoteliers and new investors to Jamaica.
For the Financial Week, I am Dashan Hendricks.
The price of oil rose today on concerns a deal with Iran hangs in the balance. The fuel ended the session selling for $69.78. That's up $1.35. Currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $125.59. The Canadian dollar traded at $97.59. The pound cost $170.21, while the euro is going for $150.90. Another company is getting ready to list on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Everything Fresh, a local food distributor, has officially launched its prospectus. The company is seeking to raise $390 million to expand. The shares will be sold for $2.50 each. The offer opens on May 17 and closes on the 24th. The JC Index gained more than 3,440 points today, while the Junior Market Index added 9. Stocks posting gains included Caribbean Producers, Scotia Group, ISP Finance Services, Lasco Manufacturing, General Accident, Insurance Company, Honeybun, Jamaican Teas and Knoxford Express. On the losing end were Blue Power Group, Express Catering, Paramount Trading, Epley, Main Event, Lasco Distributors and Stationery and Office Supplies. That's the Financial Week. I'm Milton Walker. Good evening.